Jamal, talk about, now that it's over, talk about your first playoff series, as well as initially you kind of struggled starting out, but the last two games you really kicked it on. Just talk about that and your progression in the playoffs.
It's been a dream come true for me. I knew coming here to the organization that we'd be in the playoffs, but it's just so much fun. It's like walking on air, and if you look at how my season started, it started kind of the same way. I started off really, really slow, and then I adjusted and got better as the season went on. So I think the playoffs just happened to be the same thing.
Jamal, can you talk about the challenge the Bucks presented for you guys, down 3-2, and how tough it was?
It was tough, honestly. We won in the first two games. People kind of counted them out, and they won the next three, and people counted us out. But Ilyasova was big for them. Samuels was great. Rittenauer, Stackhouse, Kirk Thomas was huge. But I think that Coach Giles did a great job. But I think Brandon Jennings needs to be applauded. Honestly, being a point guard is the hardest position to come in at. And to lose two of your better players throughout the season, he just kept playing. He played the whole game, every game this season for them, and he led them. And I think people were a little misguided with his 55-point game because he really is a true point guard. He just does what's needed at that situation, and he'll be one of the best point guards for years to come.
Jamal, talk about how you had to, you've been coming off the bench pretty productively throughout the season. But with Joe Johnson struggling in the first half, was it any different coming off the bench knowing that you had to pick up the slack?
A little bit different. I put myself in the frame of mind before the game that I was going to play just like it was high school or it was game number 67. I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. I think we're all at our best when we just relax and take a deep breath. But honestly, my coaches, my teammates, the fans, the organization, ownership, the whole city has really, really backed us and backed me specifically. They welcome me with open arms, and I love it here. It really feels like a family. It's the best experience I've ever had.
Jamal, after Game 5 here, you told me it was like probably the worst loss in your basketball life. Conversely, how does it now feel these last two wins and going on to the second round?
It feels really good. This is where we thought we should have been in the start, but our backs were against the wall a little bit. And every time we've been against the wall, we've came back. We showed up some resilience, and it was a good win for us. Now we can look on to the next round and trying to beat Orlando.
Talk a little bit about that next round. You played Orlando 4 times this year. Beat them last time on the last second dunk. But they've been a tough matchup for you guys. They're obviously the Eastern Conference defending champions. Just talk about the matchup and what you expect from Orlando.
They're one of the tougher teams. They're in our division, so we see them a lot. They beat us the first 3 times, and we made some adjustments and beat them the last time. As athletes, we're kind of creatures of habit, and we've been playing nonstop, and they've had off for a week, so hopefully they could be a little rested and we can go in there and steal a game or two.
Is there any advantage to playing through as opposed to resting if there's a silver lining momentum?
Yeah, I think so. It's tough when you're off for a while, just like the All-Star break. Some teams start really, really slow, and some teams just keep going. It remains to be seen which team Orlando is, but we know their fans will be into it, but we have a nice rhythm going right now. We've had some adversity, and we came on top.
Jamal, what do you guys do as far as kind of attacking their defense today, particularly you? What were you trying to do? And they showed a little zone look at one point.
I just wanted to give them different looks. I think in basketball and offense especially, there's a three-point line, there's a mid-range game, and then getting to the free throw line and getting easy baskets. So I try to give them a variety of all 3 of them, and kind of keep them off balance a little bit. And then when they came and helped keep my teammates involved, Al Horford was huge, Mike Bibby was huge, Josh when he was on the court was huge. Everybody that came out there, Joe got it going late, and Marvin was big with rebounds and defense. So everybody that participated played well.
Anybody else? Thanks, Jamal.